Did that? No.
No, you would not.
Taking advantage of the disabled? Quick, Ava, hex him.
Wrong class. Wrong class. Wrong class. That's amazing. Is there any other evening activities that the party would like to partake in?
No, that's about it.
She's probably tired.
far as Jess, as far as Jess's condition is concerned, she is not very responsive to most of the attempts. As it seems like a lot of that energy and just spark has dwindled quite a bit. It just getcha. So like, while you might get like a turn of the head towards your like general direction, it's slow and it's honestly sometimes a little on the like frightened side. Like, your presence is fine, it's the sharp and jittered noises kind of thing, It's been quite the last 24 hours for some people. Go ahead and roll me a D100. You rolled a D100 and got 100. You would stand to like leave, and she would effectively like tug on your tunic. And actually, not even tug, more like grab and grip. So effectively, for the rest of the night, she's just, latched onto you for the evening.
Unlike self unlike self.
In any regard. Is anyone up late at night at all, or keeping watch during the evenings, or is everyone just kind of taking stock and taking leave of the evening and just relaxing and resting?
Adne is definitely not sleeping. She is.
Ava's doing her usual thing and using Keep Watch to stay up.
Okay. As per usual, the caravan itself settles down in most cases. Dregard, ends up taking a nap before sundown, but then wakes up like maybe an hour or two later and, gets moving on like keeping an eye out on the, nighttime horizons and things of that nature. The fortune telling wagon seems dimly lit as it is every evening. But townsfolk of Castle Everstand seem to have simmered down themselves. Many of them have collected the respective, dead as they can to give what rights they could, and are starting to slowly process the day's events. It's been a very turbulent day for all those involved. But it is at least a somewhat peaceful evening. Eventually, Jess would, curl up with Syl and pass out at some point. Clearly, the energy not being able to keep her up all evening, or probably passing. Kogan has, done what he can to, keep the wagon cataloged and figured out. Maybe some of you are thinking of the day's events yourselves and contemplating what the next step is, or what this all meant for each of you individually. You've conquered a sizable foe, but with some costs, maybe some lessons, whether that be from mentors lost, or whether that be from realizing that the world outside of Turnau is just a little bit more dangerous than one might have originally anticipated. For those of you that may have traveled, this is just another bump on the road. That all being said, rest would come to each of you to some capacity here and there, despite going late night residence. Ava keeping the entire night to herself, as she's probably poring over this new book to see what secrets it fully holds, notes of they, once past evoker.
Yeah.
Sun would eventually rise and be able to wake to the smell of coffee and probably some variant of burnt eggs and bacon, but cooked at least. There are a couple of different soup kitchens, however, amongst town that are kind of propped up, which might provide a little more sustainable sustenance for those that might seek it. So, we'll run down the line, just as a mental check-in. Gochin, what were you thinking over the night, or, what are your thoughts on the last 24 hours?
He's thinking that he needs to watch over Jess, make sure she's safe because she knows that she's gone through some trauma.
Darlin, what are the thoughts that take you for the last 24 hours?
I'm thinking about where we're going to travel to next and how we're going to get there.
Any
Whether
particular
we'll do
worries?
swamp or just preparing for the supposed ghosts of the swamp.
Fair enough. Ava, what thoughts occupy you about the last 24 hours?
Some of these spells look particularly violent. I do hope I get to use them soon.
Anything about the events that have unfolded?
It's unfortunate we destroyed the armory. Could have used more of those explosive spells.
Fair enough. Dolgus, any thoughts about the last 24 hours coming from
Well, obviously, there's the thoughts about how Balkrog is just the greatest, especially compared to that wimpy old man who couldn't do anything. I mean, shame on him. There's also a fair amount of interacting with Chompy and just watching the little rascal grow.
You had sworn to break Jess out, thanks to all the things going on. Was there any change of temperament or thoughts on
Sworn
that
to break
situation?
Jess out. I mean, we broke her out of prison, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay, we did our job.
All right.
I mean, they apparently tore apart his idea to not spend 10,000 gold and just kill her and bring her back, or 1,000 gold to kill her and bring her back. But hey, can't always go get what you want, I guess.
Ava seems, to anybody that interacts with her, seems particularly unsurprised by what happened to Jess.
as if this was an expected outcome.
Okay. What's going through Silt's head about the events of the last 24 hours? Fair enough. Elena, what's going through your mind about these last 24 hours and the events that have unfolded?
She would have a lot of thoughts. Thoughts from the notebook she found in her mentor's room to the words she said to Malira before Malira had damaged Jess. Her worth in the with everybody here, like what's her place? Why is she even here? Things like that. The thoughts of how this is very reminiscent of days when she was a knight. Things like along those lines. Just not a lot of sleep. Leaning on the alcohol to try and help her sleep.
I mean, if you want to sleep, I'm sure Darlin or Dolgus could help you with that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Any thoughts in particular about the notebook? What is that then I think that is?
She doesn't have any idea. She's just very confused as to why all those people that she knew of, like why they were in there, why were there like amounts of money next to their names, and like who this foundation is.
No. Maybe there are those that might have an idea of what that is, or explanations. A new day dawns for the party. You have the ability to make preparations. Maybe do a little bit of trading if that is something that you're aiming for. Sadly, you can't do outright selling, but there might be some little exchanges that could be made. If there are spell castings or things of that nature that you feel like you may need, you can ask of that now. But otherwise, it would appear that your time in Castle Everstand can come to a close whenever you so choose.
Did we ask for holy water already?
We have not. We haven't gone and got it, but we haven't gotten it.
We asked for it, but we haven't got it yet.
Yeah,
You were
Eva's
told
gonna-
it wouldn't help with the concerns we had originally that inspired you to get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something about like invisible danger on the path going forward, like.
I'll look at it in a little bit.
Any chance we're that remaining 12 to 1400 XP that we need?
No, not quite. This is an aftermath episode. So. Now, if you decide to go and do, some of the other things along the trail, and we happen to get through that quick enough, we'll see what experience that garners. But that would require you to head on the road.
Eva's.
That is heading back on the road.
Eva's just gonna check real quick if they've got any spells of like glitter dust or anything like that.
Roll me a D100. You need 75 and above.
Ooh. No.
They do not currently have access to the spells of glitter dust.
Okay. Eva's ready to fucking leave. She hates this place.
Although, in the battle, you do know that Roddy was capable of casting that magic.
We'd be better off with a stick.
If you have... Very well, I'll leave it at that. I'll let y'all make your own fucking solutions.
Yeah, my solution is Gochin. Go get it. Nope,
Doesn't
that's
work
where he
when they're
died.
invisible.
No, it works. Oh, that's where Gochin died. Looks like that's where we need to aim Fireball.
All right. GM does not need to say anything else. That's where we're going with it. All right.
My mistakes are my own, and I blame the party for them.
I will mention to Ronnie about how, I think the ghosts aren't actually ghosts, but maybe this thing I heard about called will-o-wisps. Some elf told me about them one time. Apparently
Yes. The that one elf back from Turnal that told you guys about Ghost Lake Marsh.
Yes. I remember. I remember somebody
will-o-wisps. Fuck that.
mentioned something about
Fuck
will-o-wisps.
that. Fuck will-o-wisps. Let me make sure I've prepared hide
Yeah.
campsite so we don't have to worry about them jumping us in the middle of the night.
But I went to Ronnie. Yes, but they also go invisible. That's the big problem. I'm gonna mention that to Roddy and go, Roddy, you might want
Also,
to
they
prepare
have a high AC. They have a pretty damn high AC.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, pretty much.
There are some ways to really fucking neuter them, though.
Magic
Banishment?
missile. No, they're immune to banishment.
I'm not gonna say shit, but you guys know roughly what you're going to be encountering, so there is time to possibly do a little research or ask around.
Oh.
Maybe speak with a specialist in the area. You do know that there are natives to Ghost Lake Marsh somewhere. You may just have to find them. Huh? Maybe. Who knows?
Maybe.
We're not going to come across liches. What are you talking about?
Leech.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I got a couple
Very
of British
different.
friends that pronounce lich as leech. Or leash.
Yeah, no,
Guess what?
sucker.
They're pronouncing it wrong.
Yeah, I know they are.
Because it's not even an English word there.
Guys, would you quit talking about Rob like that? He's not even here to defend himself.
Sounds like his problem. I'm gonna punch you. I'm gonna punch you. I'm gonna beat you, and I'm gonna punch you.
I mean,
That's amazing.
Derek was pretty close to death. He could totally transfer his consciousness to a computer robot, make a very, very slow journey to Mars, and when he gets there, just go into sleep mode, waiting for you to land there, and then he'll punch your lights out with his robot.
Anyways.
But anywho,
So-
we'll ask around about the ghost marshes and see if anybody knows.
Go ahead and roll me gather information checks then.
Don't look at me. My diplomacy is
Lewis would apply a
Minus
group
1,000.
penalty.
Either, usually.
Nope, one or the other.
Oh.
You are able to, Sylph basically is a little occupied in terms of babysitting Jess.
Everybody looks at me as it was my idea, and I go, "You don't want me
that's
talking to
untrained.
these people. I don't like them."
No. So, Ava, you're probably shopping around, trading about a little bit throughout the day for whatever necessary goods are required for travel, and are kind of asking around about the will-o-wisps of Ghost Lake Marsh, of which you get a small tidbit, and then you're able to ask me 2 questions about their actual, statistics.
About their actual what?
Statistics, like their stat block and stuff.
Defenses?
Yes.
Yes, they have them.
Well, the
should-
sad part is there's
shouldn't
nothing
go
more
there.
true.
Yes.
So effectively, will-o-wisps have a natural invisibility. They can extinguish their natural glow as a move action, and effectively become invisible, as per the spell. They also happen to be immune to magic. They are immune to all spells and spell-like abilities that allow for spell resistance, with the exception of Magic Missile and Maze.
Maze, huh? Okay. Yes, special attacks.
They have no innate special attacks, but I will allow you to ask about either their regular attacks or their special ability.
What do you guys think? Guess.
Special
I say we go
yeah.
skiing.
Special ability then.
They are a creature that is known for feeding on fear. Anytime a will-o-wisp is within 15 feet of a dying creature or creature subject to a fear effect, they gain fast healing 5.
Yeah, alright.
The
So I'm gonna be
neat
preparing
tidbit of
fairy
information
fire.
that the locals are able to tell you is that, from what rumor says, the will-o-wisps of Ghostlight Marsh are actually reincarnated druids from an old druid council within the swamp, and many of which tend to remember their former lives. Now, most people don't partake in any of the ongoings of Ghostlight Marsh. It is a dangerous place, will-o-wisps aside, from, the Aruxi tribe to the natural marrow infestations to the crocodiles and other wildlife that are likely to, pull you under the waters. There's a number of reasons people don't trek through Ghostlight Marsh, willy-nilly. You want to be a trained regiment to pull off such a feat like that. But one would reason that, if they remember their former lives, then maybe there's some merit of intelligence or ability to parlay with them.
I got it. We'll hold the trees at knife point so they leave us alone.
I smack Gochu in the back of the head.
Go ahead and try.
It's just I can't reach the back of his head, it's in his back.
Damn it. Oh man, that's so dumb it might just work. I dare you to try it.
Don't enable him, you dumb.
But it was funny.
Okay,
It was
I'm going to have Dolgus and Chompy just druid themselves along a separate path from the group and just not interact with them at all and just do their own thing.
Anywho, that is the merit of information that the locals are able to tell you.
Yeah, look at that. We know things.
Is there anything else that you guys would like to do?
Yes, I tell Roddy, make sure that you prepare glitter dust. The magical poof.
Well, here's the thing, darling. I don't actually have to prepare my magic. It just I just do it.
I slap him on the back. Good for you! And it's a...
Fair enough.
like, it may be like a cracked bone slap on the back.
Ugh, that stinks. Not for a while. 11th level, I think. Because you get 3rd at 7, and then I think 4th at 11, and then 5th at 15. Oh yeah. Yep. In any case,
Probably gets it a lot earlier.
oh for sure, probably. Loki. Actually, I don't even know if that's on the wizard spell list.
What's up? At this level, it'd be
No.
pain in the ass to cast.
Even they don't have like glitter dust, which is like the cheap version of finding things. Nah. What you'd be looking for is like sea invisibility or glitter dust or fairy fire.
Or buy some dust and disappear. Dust will appear.
No.
No.
Isn't fairy fire a druid spell?
Yes.
Hey. Looks like Andrew's gonna be carrying us.
In any case, If
All I've
there's-
got is fairy fire. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, and
Yeah,
hide
exactly.
campsite.
Hide campsite and fairy fire. You're carrying the team.
they're not
Like a head.
known.
Tiny.
They're not known to be very large by any standard, but no one could tell you for certain because they've not seen them before. They just know the stories.
We're huge.
The amount of information you got is about the best that people were able to tell you about what they know of them. Yeah.
They're not actual fairies.
As you guys are making your rounds around the castle to ask information and get what you're looking for, you are approached by Miss Calrienne. It would occur to me that you all plan to head out sometime soon.
Yes.
I understand that your party has suffered a couple losses in recent hours. I would not deign to impose, but I have been given choice of my next assignment, and, well, if your noble party would be interested, I would not. She kind of like hesitates a little bit.
You want to travel with us somewhere? Yes, we get that. Where?
I would be willing to help champion your cause to Red Lake Fort. I have personal matters there myself that interest, I suppose. But your cause against the giants, against the orcs, strikes me true. I understand that your home Ternal was attacked, and, well, you've done good by the Knights of Osum here. You saved my life. I can't help feel that there's no better calling for me than to join your merry band and assist you where I can.
Okay, fine. Pick a man though, because if you're going to be traveling with us, you need to pick a breeder. Okay, let's get moving, guys.
Yeah, she looks dumbfounded at Dulgus with the fact that he had the audacity.
And Dolgus has already turned around and is walking away.
Dulgus is walking away, but it's that when somebody says something just so outlandish and off the cuff that you're just stunned into silence, and there's that jaw drop. Did that really just happen? That's Calrian right now.
I look at her go, unfortunately, he's serious, so. You got Syl, you got Gochin.
I'm pretty sure the group is inured to Dolgus's Dolgusness at this point.
He punches you in the face. How fucking dare you? After all this time.
Would you like a beer? I like you. I pick up a rock and I throw it at Syl. Because we both know I will probably never miss you unless I roll a 1.
The audacity. I would never
So
betray
actually,
my
who
Oklahoma.
who was it that was volunteering to join us?
It
Valeria.
would be.
The paladin.
The paladin lady?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not the one we rescued because we killed her.
Oh no, it is the one you rescued.
Oh, is it? I thought that was
Yeah.
Svet. Okay.
No. Okay, so I'll walk through the
Nope,
events
I
one more time.
understood.
Yeah.
I understand. Yes. Yep. No,
In
I
any
understand
case, the
who
reason
I mixed up now.
in any case, the reason Dolgus turned around and left immediately is because he didn't want to risk being chosen by someone without scales.
Perfect. He's like, oh yeah, you have to choose a male for breeding purposes and all that, and walks the fuck away because he's not on that choice list. You can't handle it raw enough.
Mm.
That being said, if the party has nothing else on the table that they want to take care of, I suppose that the caravan can assemble up and begin to make their way out of Castle Everstand.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Back to the map to the fort.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Just in
right.
case it wasn't obvious, Dolgus is already mentally paired together like Darlin and Ava, Sylph and I think either Jess or what's the other person? And Gochin and Athna. that's how his logic is working. Oh well, there's a new one. But you
Interesting.
better pair up with someone, but I hope it's not me because I'm like not paired yet.
That okay. All right. Interesting.
There's some dead bodies on the map still.
I deleted them. Oh wait, no, up top.
Up near the fort. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Bam. They're gone. Oh look, and so are you.
Yeah.
Oh! So now we're going this way.
Yep. The nice thing is that since you are in Castle Everstand, it would appear that they do have a bridge that crosses the river, so you will not need to ford this section of the river.
Until Sophie has to swim. He's too happy to go across.
So, as you cross the river Kestrel, you are able to make your way outside of town. And
Okay, I've prepared 4 castings of Fairy Fire and 1 hide encampment.
well, you know that Ghostlight Marsh is at least a good day's journey away.
Good.
You know.
Hide camp for tonight. Re-prepare tomorrow.
All right, are you planning on using Hyde Campsite for the evening?
I'm going to use it every evening. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's going to be like what I did on my druid. Alright, we're camping for that. Cool. Hide campsite. Fuck this Connor.
Well, so therein lies the catch here, is that you have a few carts that take up a sizable amount of space.
Yeah,
You get a single 20-foot cube for Hyde Campsite.
Obviously, it's only for us and where we're sleeping.
Obviously, we just stack all the carts in the middle, and then we sleep on top of the carts.
That is some fucking tower, I will say that.
Those wagons are heavy.
Yeah, those wagons take up that like full 20-foot cube each. That's not including the horses that are attached to them. One. A single wagon, no horse, just the wagon itself and whoever is inside of said wagon.
Like I said, we're casting it on us, and we sleep peacefully, and damn to the rest of them.
The question becomes, okay. Still plans to keep
yeah,
watch?
we still keep watch, duh.
He will
I mean, we could just pack the people, aka us, into the middle of the circle, and then we can be watching the wagons from inside the circle. It's not that big of a deal. Sure.
Yes,
If
we're
you
gonna
got
place
'em,
a
do you have
trap
bear
called
traps you like?
Silson's Spear as bait.
Well, sadly, if you
Going
didn't
all the
have
way
them
back.
packed, then you don't have them at all. I would like for someone to go ahead and give me a D100 roll.
I nominate one of these.
Yeah, Gochin's also being told to
Golgus
stay the fuck
nominates
up.
himself. Fuck you.
Ah,
If
lucky bastard one.
I rolled,
Alright.
it probably would have ended up being really bad.
So, let's go ahead and who's on first watch?
Oh, me.
Gochin's on all of the watches per Ava's orders.
I am on first watch because, well, my perception sucks. So, if anything's gonna go horribly wrong, I'd rather it be the first watch.
Yeah, Glenn can be on all the watches because he has any spells.
Alright, so we have Darlin for first watch. Anyone else on first watch?
Nope.
Still said he
Golgus is
was.
sleeping.
Sylph is
Yeah,
on
go-
first watch as well. Okay, so Sylph
and-
and
Golgus did his job by casting a spell. He's just
Yep.
staying asleep.
Sylph and Gochin
and-
are staying up all night.
Ah. So Sylph, Gochin, and Darlin. First watch is here. You've left Castle Everstand. Things have been peaceful for the most part as you've traveled the plains. You've seen some, wild dogs out in the distance. Maybe as you've hit the, plainlands of the area, things have differed a bit. Just double check what portions now. It changes things. So, yep, okay. That's good. So that's basically all of that area. So, first watch comes about. It's been wild dogs. It's been a myriad of other wildlife that's kind of been around. You might have caught the sight of a boulet kind of burrowing into some of the, boulders in the distance, eating random creatures that pass it by. Luckily far enough away that your caravan has been able to avoid most danger. But about the evening time, you all set about and take watch, and I would like perception checks. And is there any topic of conversation to be had during this watch time?
Probably just about how we're gonna figure out how to fix Jess.
Mm-hmm.
Are you speaking particularly loudly about this, and how does this conversation go?
Basically, the only thing Darla will really say about it is when we get to Red Lake Fort, we need to find somebody that can fix her. Somebody has to be able to.
I would like to have each of you roll me a wisdom check as well at that mention.
Jesus, guys, come on now!
Darlin, as you say that, when you get to Red Lake Fort, there's got to be somebody to fix her, you're reminded to yourself that your aim to get to Red Lake Fort is to remove the giant and orc threat that inhabits that area. And
Yeah.
while there might be powerful magics or people that are there, they're more like to be your enemy than they are to be your ally.
Oh,
Not
I can
impossible.
make you do it.
Not impossible of a situation, but it is more
they
unlikely.
They got 10 fingers and 10 toes, kneecaps and elbows. All. Maybe.
As you guys are
Well-
discussing this, oh, sorry, Gochin, did you have something to say?
Nope.
Then,
Castle Ferry is abandoned, isn't it?
Hmm?
Castle Farine?
it is not abandoned.
I thought it was.
It is where the it is where the remnant knights have come from. It was abandoned at one point, but they had
Gotcha.
retaken it in recent years. That was part of Ethena's backstory.
That's right. Okay.
Probably snoozing with Dolgus.
Yes.
They've
What we
taken
need to
to
do is when we get Red Lake Forest, there's this powerful caster, a healer. Take him alive. The rest we kill. That we make him fix her. And maybe we'll let him go as a goodwill gesture. Without his toes, of course.
As grim as your suggestions are, I don't believe that the people in Red Lake Vault are going to be any more powerful than you and your party. And I do say that the bishop you've just encountered is probably the strongest caster amongst, well, a lot of you.
Well,
Volana says as she kind of steps on up. My apologies, I couldn't help but overhear your conversation.
I'll just shrug. We'll figure something out. Maybe it'll be a stepping stone to finding money so we can fix her.
I'm quite sure
knows?
that Red Lake Fort hosts a number of wealths and also trials and tribulations. But, that being said, if you are searching for an answer to your query, I could certainly ask the cards, see what comes up. We are to enter a very interesting ley line of magic within the area. Perhaps Ghost Lake Marsh may hold an answer for you.
Give it a second. I'll be right back, guys.
That is reincarnation. That is just basic druidic rite magic. That's not quite a... It is a ritual, but not in the same sense. You see, there are rituals in the world that do not function off of any of the primary schools of magic. They're quite esoteric. If anything, they operate off of the essence of reality, the worlds around you, the planes that surround the material, and even sometimes the divine spark of those so far beyond your understanding. Then she would simply pivot what gender she is, still with her same maladies, I would guess. It doesn't.
So
Rumor
it's a very
has
odd
it,
potion to be finding out in the sticks like this.
right? Rumor has it that there are some species out in the world that have naturally regenerative capabilities. You might find that maybe one of them may hold an answer that you're looking for, or at least have an idea how to achieve the goal that you're looking for.
Okay, I'm back.
I hear that the Aruxi in particular are capable of regrowing their tails once they've been chopped off. There are many magical wonders in the world. It just depends on how much coin you have in order to pay for them, or who you're willing to. Then you have a savings account you need to begin. You're quiet over there, Venarin.
I'm just doing a lot of thinking about how we can fix Jess. It's really cruel what happened to her.
Have you not been listening to the current conversation? That's all that's been talked about.
I am, but I just can't believe that this happened under my watch. I should have protected her better. I shouldn't have let that happen.
The world is cruel. Belkson is cruel. There are many who have come out here fully unprepared and have made it far worse than her. The fact that she is still able to breathe, the fact that she is still able to walk, the fact that she is still able to possibly make something of her life, however impaired, is still somewhat of a blessing that many do not get in these lands. Whilst she is injured, she has the chance at something. Keep that in mind. Even adventurers are not immune to Belkson's roughness.
I see. Okay, I'll have to keep that in mind.
Volana would play a quick game or two with you, but it seems impossible to beat her for whatever reason. Every combination seems like she saw it coming.
Best you can ever do is to like draw probably.
Well, I've spent enough of your mental capacities for the evening. I hope you do get some rest. There's much work to be done in the future. With that, she'll take her leave. And I suppose that Darlinge is able to head to rest and wake anyone else who would wish to take a watch. Who is Darlin waking, if anyone?
I will only go over and I will wake up Chompy just to hand him some dried meat.
I see.
Yeah, well, he'll probably stay awake with you if you're feeding him. That's what he does.
I tell him it's a bedtime snack. I have no idea if he can understand me. As I go off.
What do you tell him?
I say it's a bedtime snack.
Hmm.
I have no idea if he knows what the hell I'm saying.
He
I think
doesn't
Chompy would
technically.
probably...
His intelligence isn't up there yet, but he'd be saying something.
Yeah, I think Chompy would probably look at him as like, he got more? And probably follow him to his, like, sleeping chambers, and so, like, while he's sleeping, Chompy'd probably sniff around trying to find more food. Does that seem fair?
Where is food? Where
Right.
is food? Yes.
Where more? Smell more, somewhere. Dig.
Should I make a perception check to see if he finds Darlin's stash of dwarven trail rations?
Yes.
Speaking of the trailer with the coffee and stuff in it, right?
Huh?
I'm sleeping in the trailer with the stuff. That's why I've been
Probably.
sleeping, because I wake up, I have a cup of
Oh,
coffee.
wait, no, that's
and I go
Dolgus. That's
upstairs.
Dolgus. That's not me.
That's Kogan's
Dolgus.
cart, so no, you probably wouldn't be sleeping there.
Oh no, I don't care. After Kogan falls asleep, I.
No, like, that shit's locked because of the fact that he does not want people in his alchemy shit.
I can break the lock.
You could.
You think it's cute that I'm not gonna do the entire fucking cart. Now what are you gonna do, bitch?
I think Chompy would probably find something worth snacking on.
He finds the sausage that fell into Darlin's beard earlier during that specific
Probably.
event.
There's probably lots of chunks of sausage in my beard.
So he just starts nibbling through your beard, finding all the little bits that didn't get quite cleaned up.
So it's
This
just
is
going to
when
be.
people realize that's how he cleans his beard, is he just lets Chompy manicure it.
So it sounds like Gochin and Sylph are the only ones on second watch. All right then.
We're gonna regret that.
Second watch. Go for
Well,
it.
those two are awake. They can wake somebody else up.
They could. They certainly could. Perception.
For Gotham.
Oh, they're
Both
paying attention.
very good. Both very good. So you two might simmer on second watch over what's been
Suspicious.
talked about. What's going on in watch during this time? What are the two of you up to? It doesn't have to be anything. Just if there's something going on.
Yeah, Gochin's just being more alert and just trying to pay attention to make sure nothing else happens. Oh yes, I remember. Yeah, good old days. Oh no, one day at a time. Hmm. That's the truth. It's. I mean, I'm still in training, trying to become better than Sarah. She doesn't think I can do it, but I'm gonna show her I can be better than her. I'm gonna I'm gonna take over the business. I'm gonna take over the business from her eventually. I'm gonna have to be better than her. Show her what I can do. Yeah, hopefully. I kind of feel bad not being there to help fix it, but I'm sure she'll be fine. There's a lot of people that'll help.
The greater
Mhm.
good.
I'm the greatest good you ever gonna get.
Well, luckily for both of you, as attentive as you've been, there's not been much that's been going on. You can see some more nocturnal, creatures kind of doing the natural thing. Maybe a viper lashing out at a jackalope kind of in these dry plainlands. You know that the time of rain has kind of come to an end, and so things have started to dry up a little bit. It's still plenty of life out in the area. You can still hear, the insects a buzz, making their own little melodic tune at this dead of night hour. But with what little bit of firelight you've got from the campfire and the magics of Hyde Campsite hiding the central location area of camp, you're able to keep a vigilant eye on things. But for the most part, from what all the stories have told you, Bugson's horrible, terrible, and bad things happen. Well, you've had some of that. This evening's peaceful. As we move on to third watch, are you two getting anyone else up, or are you just keeping the watch on your own? I can do that. Sure. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. So Roddy will kind of get himself up, nod to you, and kind of take a seat with you guys. So, anything happened last couple watches? Got a bit worried about? I see.
so, so stop faking. You got Red Bull earlier.
Yeah, I'm surprised you would be able to sleep. Jeez. It's like an owl's